Co-teaching video number 4. This video will look at parallel teaching model, the adapting model, and complementary instruction model. The first model we're going to talk about is the parallel teaching model. In the parallel model, both teachers, A and B, plan and design, and then each takes a group. The model divides one large group of students into two smaller, heterogeneous groups for the purpose of instruction. Each teacher works with half of the class. This model can be used for an entire class period, but it is most often used for brief application exercises because it allows greater opportunity for student participation. Both teachers teach the same content in the same way at the same time. Planning for this type of teaching is best accomplished through collaboration with both teachers planning and designing the lesson. Sometimes this model is also used to teach different lessons to each group and then switch groups. This is good for times when it really matters how many students are participating in a group. For example, you are using manipulatives and only have enough manipulatives for half of the class. One teacher can take half of the class, do the lesson with the manipulatives. The other teacher can take the other half of the class, work on a different lesson, and then switch. One of the cons of this model is that it makes groups smaller for students. Students cannot as easily fade into the background by splitting the group. The opportunity for participation doubles. Oh, I'm sorry, this is a pro, not a con. Smaller groups also lead to greater student rapport. A con for this model is the need for both teachers to plan and design. It is also imperative that both teachers be open to a moderate level of classroom noise. For some teachers, two simultaneous activities will be too great a distraction for them. This model may not work in these situations, and the teacher should put it on the back burner until they're more secure in what they can and cannot take noise level-wise in the classroom. Adapting model. In the adapting model, teacher A has the primary responsibility for planning and delivering a unit of instruction, and teacher B determines and provides adaptations for the struggling students. The adapting model is one of the most common models in use today. In this model, one of the teachers, usually the specialist, but not always, makes necessary accommodations and modifications so that students will be successful. Some of these adaptations might be developed in advance, but many of them are made on the spot, making this a popular model with busy teachers. The pros of this model are the limited time requirements for teacher B, making this model time efficient, and it encourages one of the teachers to zero in on individualized instruction for the targeted students. The cons of this model are the lack of co-planning can lead to weak interventions. If teacher B doesn't fully understand the content of the lesson, the interventions could miss the mark and the student not benefit from the interventions at all. Also, this model does not use the expertise of teacher B to support the entire classroom. Their expertise is only being used for limited targeted students. It's a good thing this school provides a lot of individualized attention. At least I'm falling behind at my own pace. This may have happened with too much of the adapting model. Complementary instruction model. Last but not least, the complementary instruction model. This model is essential to co-teaching between a general educator and a specialist because it sets a clear expectation that specialized instruction will occur in the mainstream setting. The teacher A has the primary responsibility for delivering the core content. Teacher B has the primary responsibility for delivering related instruction in the areas of study and survival skills. The focus in this model is on the skills that students need to access the general education curriculum that aren't typically part of the standard curriculum. Examples would be self-advocacy communication, manipulating materials and equipment, and demonstrating computer literacy. These are often identified on a student's IEP. Almost always, the specialist acts as teacher B in this model. The primary pro to this model is it allows for inclusion. Students that receive instruction in these skills remain in the regular classroom. A perceived con of this model is that the pacing of the class will slow down. This is a valid concern. Co-teaching partners will want to find creative ways to embed complementary skills into their lesson plans so that any additional time required is not significant. Additional resources. If you have questions or need additional resources, please check our Facebook page or visit our Google Sites page. I have the URL for the site listed on this slide. As always, if you have further questions or need help, please feel free to contact Tony, Christy, Colleen, or Deb. Thank you.